What's up guys, Ali here from Solid Trade. So today in chat I only mentioned one stock and that was SBFM and said this stock is trapping shorts right here at 10:14 in my chat room. I said it's trapping shorts. And guess what happened later today? A huge short squeeze. Stock is up over 100% right now, right here. It's up 100%. It just went up crazy and I said it at 10:14 right here at this area. At 10 o'clock right here, and then right after, look here, boom, boom, and later it just went nuts at the end of the day. Now when I say it's trapping shorts, meaning shorts are getting trapped, which means only one thing: a huge short squeeze that sends the stock price to the moon. Basically, a short squeeze is when a short seller short the stock thinking that it is up too much and overall the stock is weak and it should come back down. But in reality, even if it's up a lot, it does not come back down, right? And if since it does not come back down, now it may be because of the insider buying, or the stock has a really good news or a catalyst that is keeping the stock up high. But as more short sellers keep piling up on the stock expecting it to go down, and if it doesn't, they get trapped. Okay, they get trapped in a trade because it's not going down and not doing what they thought it was going to be, and now they are forced to buy back their shares, aka cut their losses. And as soon as one person start to cut loss, other person, everybody, it just triggers everybody's stop losses, and then it causes a massive short squeeze. Okay, because they just have to cut their losses, and their brokers start calling them and saying, hey, you need to buy back your shares, otherwise you're going to lose, because if it goes up over 100%, their account is overall negative in a lot of cases, right? So that's the overall idea behind a short squeeze. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what I saw that made me say it's trapping shorts before this huge move happened, which caused a massive short squeeze, and also how to trade this and how I personally traded it. All right, so let's look into this. um, let's just first talk about why I thought that this was trapping shorts. So that this is because I can say in the chat room, right, guys, it's trapping shorts, but you won't even know what to look for. So that is why I'm making this video, because I cannot explain during that time, because I'm focusing on my trades. I'm trying to look up for good entries. I'm trying to manage my loss. I'm trying to, I have my money on the line. So I'm like very cautious at the time. So I cannot really explain and give you full attention at the time. So that being said, let's look at SBFM and why I thought this was trapping shorts. Okay. Now look at here what happened. So this is, I'm going to look at the 15-minute chart right here. So look at the 15-minute chart right here. Okay. So always we look at the bigger time frame. What's the overall trend? So basically what happened was that the stock had gapped up because it had a positive news on some cancer trials. And so this is a pharma stock. Okay. And has a positive news. So it gapped up. Now, normally what happens, the stocks, they gap up. People who are stuck in the stock, right here on the daily chart, if you look here, people, as soon as the stock gaps up, people who are stuck, they sell and the stock comes back down, okay? That's what happens, because let's say if you're bag holding a stock, you will end up selling as soon as you wake up the next day, and then the stock is up a lot, like 50-60%, okay? However, in this case, it did not happen. So a lot of short sellers, what they do is they short the stock. When the stock is up a lot, they short the stock, okay? Thinking it's going to come back down. So what happens, it starts to come back down. They're like, all right, great. And then it starts to come back up again a little bit, okay? So now, since it's failing, they're like, okay, you know what? It tried twice. It's called a double top. So basically, it's called a double top when the stock comes up twice, okay, right here. And then it failed twice, okay? So this here, more shorts pile in. They're like, all right, you know what, the stock has gapped up a lot. There's a lot of resistance on the daily chart, which means there are a lot of people who bought here in the previous, so they're going to sell. So they start adding shorts. But guess what happened? Instead of going down, it doesn't go down, and then it makes this trend break right here, okay? And the stock breaks out and that goes up, okay? Now instead of going up a lot, it did not, and actually came back down, right? So this makes the shorts feel, all right, you know what, it's actually not going up, now it's done. So now they short more, okay? So that's what's happening. Basically, shorts are getting trapped. They're thinking that it's going to come back down, it's going to come down. So they're shorting here, they're shorting here, they're shorting here, they're shorting here, but it's just not coming down, and now it's up. Now what happened today was, this is today's action. This is what I saw, okay? I saw right here, I saw it here at this area at 10 o'clock. So around 10 o'clock, I am seeing this, okay? I'm seeing, okay, it made a trend break, It broke out, it did not fail, and it went up again. Now again today it gapped up. So today it again gapped up. So now what I'm seeing is that all the people who shorted from the last 2 days are trapped. Okay, now if the stock does not fail anymore, this is going to trap shorts and eventually is going to cause a huge short squeeze. They're all going to get squeezed and they all have to cover their losses and they're going to have a big loss. But it's going to cause a lot of buying pressure, and then a lot of buyers like me are also going to jump in. So it's going to be a double buying pressure on the stock. So that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing is that even though the stock has gapped up, it's not coming down anymore. So all the people who shorted the stock thinking it's going to come down, it's not doing that. So now they're stuck. The next day gaps up even higher. So now more people are stuck. Now they're underwater and they're very, very scared. Okay. So that's short strap. Now that being said, how to trade it? I'm going to show you my trade. I didn't even want to make this video because it just hurts so bad the way I traded here, but here it is. Let me show you the entries right here. Okay. So this is my trade right here. I entered right here at the bottom, got a great entry, and then as soon as it pushed, I took profit, and then once it failed here, I took my final 300 shares off, and look what happened right there. It just kept chopping, huge squeeze later on at the end of the day. The reason why, because it did not come back down anymore, so all the shorts, they just could not hold again one more overnight, and then that's why it ended up squeezing at the last minute before the market closed, and that's what happened basically. But I just did not wait and still ended up making nice money on it, like about $500-600, but left thousands on the table, and it just really hurts. But it is what it is. I could have done obviously better. Now I'm gonna work on it and just do better next time. But that being said, so here's why I entered right at the bottom. Notice here, I entered right here at the bottom. You see it's right at the bottom. So I'm going to talk about how to make perfect entries so that you can actually hold the stock longer, right? Because when you get a really good entry or a good average, that's when you have more patience and you hold the stock longer, right? So let's talk about this. So basically how to enter. So we're going to look at the daily chart first. Okay, so daily chart is actually uptrending lately because of a good news. That being said, now this is what happened. I saw it here. It was already had a huge move. Okay, so it looked like this. I saw it right here. I saw it around this area. Okay, and then as soon as I look back, I'm like, yep, it's trapping short. The stock is just slowly making higher lows. So anybody who's getting shorting is just not able to make money at all, and they're getting trapped. That being said, I talk about using the 15-minute all the time. So what happened when I saw it right here, I waited for it to come back down to this 9 EMA, and which is this area. But also if you look here, it aligns on the support as well. So notice here, if I just go, I just made a video on pre-market yesterday, right? If it breaks the pre-market level, so around this area broke the pre-market level really nicely right here. Okay, so now this same area will become support, and that's exactly the same area as the 9 EMA as well. So let's look at here. Let's clean up again. This 9 EMA is exactly aligning with support area as well, and that is why I entered right here, this area. Okay, this support area right here, which is also a 9 EMA on the 15-minute chart. So this was a perfect entry, perfect entry. Okay, and if the support fails, let's say the support fails right here, if it fails, right, all you have to do is just cut your loss, small loss. So let's say if it doesn't, and if it does like this and it fails, okay, you cut your loss. Okay, so you entered here and you take this much loss, but then the reward was bigger and obviously just went nuts later on, which I did not really capitalize on it, unfortunately. But you get the point. Now the other entry would be right here. Once it comes down to support and then it makes this trend break right here. So it made this trend break coming down to support or in the 15-minute chart, right? So notice here, it made the trend break right here. And then coming down to support, which is also the 15-minute moving average. Okay, and then it broke, so you could have entered here as well, right here. And then your stop loss will be, so let me just make it bigger. Now that you have seen the bigger time frame, I want to narrow it down to the smaller time frame. So for entries, right here. Okay, so number one is this resistance right here. We clearly see it. Okay, and then there was a trend break right here. So two entries. Once it breaks, same area becomes support. You can enter at support area or second support area, which is what I entered, right? Or then these trend break. But the trend break, notice here, it just kept chopping. But it never broke below the support level, right? That is why it caused a short squeeze. If it had broke below the support level, let's say the stock had done this instead. If it has done this, and then this would not have happened. Then I'm not looking for any squeeze anymore because it's below the support line. The shorts are again in control. But the fact that it stayed above this line, okay? So it never came down. It never came down. So anybody who shorted here, they were all red in pain the whole day. And eventually they gave up, and that's what caused the huge squeeze. Okay? So I thought that it was going to happen here, but the fact that it was lunchtime, this is lunchtime right here, that's why it didn't happen. If the same thing would have happened around this area, this would have caused a massive squeeze, which kind of did, but then it failed, actually. But again, you got the point, is that it always stayed above the support level, and that's the whole key. Main idea is that it stayed above support level, and that caused it. All right, so that's it, guys. I hope you guys learned something, and if you guys did, make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below that if it actually helped or not, if you guys want me to make these videos in future. All right, guys, take care. Bye.